And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Lance. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense. And give.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Cook able to escape, and he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing is Stafford. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Brings up second down at the 49ers' 45-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And look at this, for the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
They good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down. Stafford eluding the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Stafford. Now he'll escape to his under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I got to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
$10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that detracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains, didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
On play action, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. Throwing now is Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there for the Niners.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Kyle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 106 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts...
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
That catch good for only a couple. On second down, Cook. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Stafford. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that could be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2. Again, it's Stafford. And this is Cook with the ground. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On first down, Stafford here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Lance to throw it. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a room to maneuver. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And Lance now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This will be caught at Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's got room. A solid stiff arm. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Again, it's Lance. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd and goal, Lance. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
about
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
First and 10.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 37-yard line. 145 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, San Francisco.
Lance now on 1st down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. It's a run with Mostert. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4.
49ers, 25.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Now a throw here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Michaels. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 30 yards.
1st down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Another day, another dollar, baby.
Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 78 yards. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
36.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake. Lance. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the gun, it's Lance. Flushed out right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. But sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the 49ers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. It's a run with Mostert. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
On second down, it's Cook again. Pushes him over. And he's got this down to the 35. 78 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative-type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for the Vikings, it's a rare bright spot as they move to 3-10 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.